Hello, and welcome to the walkthrough of Poodle. We'll start with a quick overview of the classes. The first class is dog, which is very simple. It just has a single method, bark, that takes another dog and prints out bark. The second class is poodle. It extends dog, and it also has a bark method that takes another dog, but also has a bark method that takes another poodle. This is called method overloading when you give the same name method two different inputs. In Java, the method is determined by its name and what inputs it has, so this is valid. These are two different methods. Same thing with the toPlay methods. Also, something of note, the first bark method has the exact same syntax as the dog bark method, which means that this method overrides that one. Which means that in the case that you try to call the top method, the dogs method, but inside of the dog container there's a poodle, that means it will dynamically select the bottom one using dynamic method lookup. Okay, now that we have a basic overview, let's go in and start answering some questions. All right, so first we instantiate a dog, but it's actually a poodle, but it comes in the container dog. Then we instantiate a poodle, and it is a poodle in a poodle container. All right. For the first two lines, dog.playDog and dog.playPoodle, we'll get very similar answers. Both of them will go to dog, which is of static type dog, and attempt to run the play method. So it looks up to dog and does not find a play method here, which means that the compiler has no idea what to do and it errors. So both of these have a compiler time error. The next method, poodle.playDog, we just look into Poodle, the class Poodle, and we try to find a play method that takes in a static type dog. Well, we find one right here. And so we just run it, and we just get no. All right. Next, we try to run poodle.playPoodle. So this time, we go in, we try to find a method that is play with poodle. We find it. It's right here. And so we run that, and this one does bow wow. Next, we say poodle.barkDog. So we want to find another method that in Poodle, in the class Poodle, that accepts a static type dog. We find it. It's right here. And so we just run it, and we have woof. Then we say poodle.barkPoodle, and we search for a bark method that accepts another poodle. There is one. And so we just run that, and we say yep. Now we talk about dog. So when we run dog.barkDog, we are actually looking up at the class dog, and we find a method, bark of dog dog, and that's great. So we do it, we run it, but because dog is actually a poodle dynamically, it's dynamically typed as a poodle, that means that when Java tries to run the method dog.barkDog, because of dynamic method lookup, it will first look into the actual Poodle class to see if there's a method with the exact same name, which there is. It's the one in blue, which means that we'll run that method instead of the top one because of dynamic method lookup. So we get woof again. And now we get weird. So now we say dog.barkPoodle. Well, there's only one dog method. It's the one in orange. So we need to find whether poodle is an acceptable input. Well, poodle is a dog, so in this case, this method still works. Dog.barkPoodle is still valid for this method. And then we have the exact same overriding pattern. So what we end up with is woof again. Because we go back down, we are overridden by the blue method, and it's still acceptable, and we print out that. The pink method does not override it because the pink method is a different signature. It accepts a poodle and not a dog. So it doesn't do any overriding. Only the blue method does overriding. All right, and that's it for this problem.